Hello everyone, I'm Iron Phoenix and welcome to Minecraft. I should really learn the name of this server because I cannot remember it for the life of me. It's the Flaming North, I think, or the Northern Flame. I think it's the Flaming North. Anyway, it's an FTB server and we're running the Direwolf pack. So that's that out of the way. So what I'm going to be talking to you today is about QCraft. Now this is quite an interesting mod, and when it first came about I must admit I didn't see any potential in it. But now, looking at some of the features of it, I don't know, there might be some devious things we can do with it. So this video will be split into the usual sections, and they'll all be in the same playlist, hopefully. So this video we're just going to be talking about the basics of QCraft, what it involves, and the essence of observation. So QCraft is a mod about quantum physics. There is a basic idea that if you can get the whole idea of quantum, so things change when they're not being observed, and things can be multiple things at the same time. That's pretty much the basics. So let's take Schrödinger's cat. So Schrödinger's cat is an example of quantum physics. You put a cat in a box, a live cat in a box, and you put in there a small vial of poisonous liquid and a radioactive substance that's got a certain half-life on it. And the probabilities are arranged so that there is exactly a 50-50 chance of the radioactive isotope decaying, breaking the glass vial, which kills the cat. You then seal the box. It's assumed that the cat can still breathe in these conditions, and won't get radiation. So at that point, when the box is closed, is the cat alive or dead? It can be in either one of these states, but you don't know until you open the box and see. So theoretically, at that point, the cat exists technically in both states. It's both alive and dead, because until you open the box, you have no idea. And quantum computing is going to be working in, a similar way. They've worked out that certain things can be both 1 and 0 at the same time. And that's essentially quantum physics in a nutshell. I think that's pretty much as basic as you can get. Really, it isn't difficult. The basics of it aren't difficult to understand. So here we have a block. Now this is not an ordinary block at all. This is a junglewood block. But if when you're not observing it, and then you suddenly do observe it from a specific angle, so let's look away and let's look at it again. Why is this not working? Maybe I need to do that. There we go. So now it's an oak wood block, and if we were to stand on top of it and look up and then look down, the block's now not there at all, and you can walk through it. But as soon as you look away, so when you look away now, it can be in one of 3 states. But until you look at it from a specific angle, you don't know which state it's going to be in. So this is, I think it's north-south, it's an oak block. East-west, it's a jungle block, and top-down, it's no block at all. Which does, add some interesting mechanics that you can use. One-way door, for example. If looked at from one direction, it could be a stone wall. Looked at from another, it's not there at all. So yeah, I don't know. There could be some interesting mechanics in that. So let's look at how you craft the stuff. So let me grab this block. The essence of observation. Let's grab a couple of gravel and a couple of glass, and then see if I can find a crafting table. I really need a crafting table every floor. Right, so we put the essence of observation in the center. You then put your stuff where you want it to go. So if I wanted glass from top and bottom, I can do that. And gravel there, I think that's north, that's south, that's east, and that's west, that's up, and that's down. So we now have an observer dependent block. So if we were to look at it from this side, oh, another thing to note, all of these blocks, it matters, they take on the aspects of the block that they're imitating. So if it's a gravel block and you put it down up here, as you saw there, I looked at it, it was the gravel side, and so it fell. Whereas if I look at it from this side, oh, come on, maybe it's this side. Yeah, so now it's a glass block. So yeah, there should be some interesting things you can do with it. Another thing you can do, this is sort of related, you can have some spectacles, quantum goggles. And if you put on your quantum goggles, it's a little bit green, but you can see where these blocks are. So you can see that one, and you can see that one, and you can also see those two. And that's QCraft for you. I think some interesting things could be made, and just this idea that blocks take on the qualities of the block that they're representing. So that's a stone block. That's now both stone blocks, even down to damage. So I could hit that and I would break it quite easily, but stone would be quite difficult to break, like so. Actually, I think that's slightly easier. I don't know quite why, but anyway. Yeah, looks like it doesn't quite take on the properties exactly for breakage, but flammability, whether or not it will drop, like sand and gravel, all that sort of stuff is taken into account. So that's QCraft for you. That's the basics. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.